2020 has been life-changing.
Whoa,
to say the least. And although we have been working to move some of your classes online over the past few years and connect with people virtually, this year has really pushed you in your career in a completely new direction.
Yes, it has. Well, it's been very surprising because, my whole career has been being in classrooms with people. Mm-hmm. And when all the workshops started falling one right after another at the end of March, it was kind of terrifying. Mm-hmm. I'm a freelancer. I mean, there are a lot of people who are scared for lots of reasons, so I'm not trying to act as though, I wouldn't want it to come off as though, oh, poor me. But on the other hand, it became an opportunity. Mm-hmm. The most surprising thing, I never would have thought in a million years that people can focus and learn better if you do a really good Zoom lecture than they do in the studio.
Yeah.
Because in the studio, my big work table, I might have 12 or 15 people gathered around there. They're all distracted by each other. Yeah. Somebody down on the end can't hear. They missed something I said because they went off on some reverie of their own. And who would think?
Yeah.
So that actually really motivated me once I started realizing with the classes that I had that in the Zoom, we were also forced, like in an hour and a half class, we were forced to stay on track. Mm-hmm. In workshops, as much as I love them, there's a lot of time that fritters.
Yeah.
So it's like suddenly I had this model for distilling all this information that's in my head.
And people can rewatch.
And you can watch them again. Yeah. And just so many things about it that actually are good things. Mm-hmm. I am the kind of teacher who has always looked at things holistically. So I didn't just compartmentalize color theory and design and dyeing and painting or discharging or using resist. I've always for 25 years been after trying to figure out how all those parts fit together because right. they always do.
Right. There were plenty of questions even about using color in discharging, like the varying values and or shades.
Right.
Even in just
you can take over teaching now. But you're right. So it's all related. Mm-hmm. And it all involves thinking about process in a straightforward way that anybody can get if they put a little energy into it. My job is to simplify things so that they're easy to understand and they make sense. Mm-hmm. And if I can do that by having fun with it, mm-hmm. that's better for everybody. Mm-hmm. If I could prove a point by having everybody hang a spoon on their nose, I would do it.
Dunawald tradition.
Dunawald tradition. Because people are so resistant. They're really resistant. If you say, well, here's a dye lecture, people flock to that. Whether they're going to do any dyeing or not, I think sometimes just out of curiosity. Mm-hmm. And so it was kind of a gamble to put color up next, mm-hmm. but it happens to be something that I've been thinking for a long time about and kind of developing some ideas that I'd like to put in a book. Mm-hmm. So I thought, well, we'll just try the color lectures next, because the thing that people don't remember about color is that, or think about color, it's like if you're not actively seeing yourself as an artist or as a creative person, you see color, obviously we all do, but you don't appreciate the fact that it's a little bit like seeing an interesting person, and you're introduced to them and you make observations like, oh, that's pretty, or that's nice, or she has nice eyes, or I like your earrings, or that's all surface stuff. But what we don't do unless we take time to really dig down into it is find out all the interesting experiences that you've had in your life, the mm-hmm. tragedies you've had, the things that round you out as a person. Mm-hmm. And understanding color theory is like getting to know a person really well.
Interesting.
Because you take for granted the colors that are on the wall behind you. Mm-hmm. you don't realize that there are relationships there that are relationships worth understanding because it deepens your appreciation of the world around you. So that's one of the reasons I'm on a kind of a mission. I was going to call it a tirade, but I don't know. I'm on a mission to get people to engage actively with the colors in the world around them because it enriches their own life, their own understanding. Like, I like mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise, but have I ever really been that interested in how to make mayonnaise?
Right.
Even though I've been in the restaurant business, I didn't have a clue how you make mayonnaise.
Yeah.
But then I bought that book by Samin Nosrat.
Yeah.
I can never get them right. Acid, salt, fat, heat.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a Caesar salad dressing recipe, and you make the mayonnaise first. And so I thought, oh, well, that sounds like that's it. I like to learn. I'm going to do that. So I did it exactly the way she told you to do it, and it's pretty labor intensive, and it's a great upper body workout.
Yeah.
And now I know how to make mayonnaise.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's how I see studying color. Is it's just one of those things where you think, really? Oh man, I get it. Why those colors are together there now.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping people will join me for those lectures because they're fun and they're entertaining.
Yeah. And future lectures, because we're not sure how soon the world's going to change, again.
Yeah.
And connecting with people has been really fun, even for me behind the scenes.
Right. And even if it does change and it goes back to a format or a time, it will, when people are more comfortable traveling and hopefully workshops will open up again. But this is so affordable and it's so targeted that I don't think, I can't imagine not doing lectures from this point forward.
Yeah.
Because I've still got 50 topics in my head.
Right.
And I want, even if nobody was coming to the lectures, I would just keep making the lectures because they're fun to make and they solidify my own understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so join me and see what you think. We'll hope to see you there.